All right, so welcome to our team call. It is, what is it, the 19th, I believe. Where? We are starting our last week tomorrow of the mentorship, so it's Mackenzie and I's week, and we are super excited to bring some awesome information for the new coaches in that group. But guys, this is also a really big time for you to start thinking about March and thinking about expanding your team, knowing that this group's going to start over again. And what that means is you have the opportunity to help your coaches get mentored and started on the right foot by having them utilize, this mentorship that we have put together for the entire organization. So this is a great opportunity for you to let people know who are on the fence about coaching, who are ready to get started, that, we have the support and helping them see success by plugging them into this mentorship, like right off the bat. So that's a great thing for your coaches getting started. Let's see. Let me cross off my notes as I say them. Okay, so National Wake Up Call every Monday at 11 a.m. And we know tomorrow, if you guys got your emails, that it's Ivy Morales. I actually don't know her, but she's a 5-star diamond coach. And she's talking all about creating systems. And if you guys want super successful businesses, then you have to find a system that is 100% duplicatable, that fits your team, that fits your style, and that is something that, you get excited to share with others because it's going to be something that helps them grow and create success in their businesses. So I think these calls are incredible. I absolutely love that corporate is kind of, dropping the ranks for who's eligible to host these calls. Last week, they just did diamonds and 1-stars, and this week they're hosting a 5-star. So I think that's super relatable, right? It's not just these superstar diamonds anymore. It's people getting on these calls who are not too far from where we are. So that really makes it doable and really makes it feel like, we can do the things that they do because we can. So tomorrow's Ivy Morales, if you guys can catch that, creating systems, building your team, duplication, which creates incredible success. That wine looks good, which creates incredible success. So hop on that call, catch the recording, whatever you can do. All right, guys. So if you caught last week's call, then you know the announcement that the All Access Pass is here to stay, meaning $199 is here to stay, which is fantastic. That was honestly just a promo. He wanted to see how it was going, and he was pretty adamant that it was going to go up. So to hear that he finally decided to keep the price the way it is, I was super ecstatic about that. One thing that people aren't too happy about is that it's going from 3 Success Club points down to 2 Success Club points. And I'll be honest, when I first heard that, I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. But what they saw long term was people weren't working as hard, right? They weren't trying to help 3 people anymore. They were stopping at 2 people. So if you look at the compound effect of that, over time, we're not reaching anybody because we hit that Success Club goal and then we think that we're good. So I actually love that they brought it back down to 2 points because, again, it makes us work harder. It makes us get out there and share this amazing package with more than 2 people a month. But to relate to that and to kind of compensate for that change, they have added a Success Club point for Shakeology, which is unbelievable. So before, where if you had customers that just wanted Shakeology, we would always try to push those challenge packs because it's an extra point and they would essentially get a free program. Well, now we don't have to do that because Shakeology is a 2-point reward for us as coaches. So if somebody just wants Shakeology, that's great. They can sign up with just Shakeology and you'll get 2 Success Club points that way. So incredible opportunity there. Okay, so let's see. May 11th, for those of you going to Summit this year, if you have really big goals, if you want your name to be in shining lights on these huge big screens, then you want to look at May 11th as your end all be all. That's the day that you want to wake up qualifying whatever rank it is that you want to be recognized at Summit. So if you are a star diamond, that is for star diamonds. You want to wake up as a diamond coach no later than 6 weeks of that. So what is that date? Does anybody know? I should have wrote that down. Let me count. All right, so May 11th, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by June 15th, you guys, you want to wake up no no less than a diamond coach, because that means that you'll be recognized as a diamond coach at Summit. You'll get to wear the diamond lanyard. You'll get all the fun perks that are diamond. And it's a great, great thing to push for and to go in, leading a team going into Summit, because I promise when you leave Summit, especially this summit being the 10th year anniversary summit, you're going to be super pumped up. You're going to be super excited to teach your coaches, continue duplicating and growing your organization. So also, let me just go on my summit rant for a minute, because if you guys aren't going, you better figure out a way to get there. I say this every year around this time, and all of the other coaches who have been can say the same. It is 100% worth it. It will change your mindset in this business. It will change your business if you take what you learn from Summit and apply it every single day. I was a coach for 4 months. 4 months when I was hearing about all of this summit talk. I didn't have any money. I put my whole trip on a credit card. I didn't know anybody, but I found 3 other Beachbody coaches to room with who ended up becoming great friends of mine. And leaving that summit completely changed my business. I went from a diamond coach to a 2-star within just a few months. And it was something that really propelled my business forward. Really helped our family create income, really helped our team create leaders, and it was really the building block to move forward. Not to mention this year, you guys, is the 10th anniversary, which is a really big deal for a multi-level, network marketing company. So we have huge guest speakers and just amazing awesomeness to bring to you, and it's in New Orleans. Who doesn't want to come to New Orleans? So that will be super fun. So get your teams on board. If you really want to go and you're just scared to take that plunge, reach out to me. I will help you figure out roommates and everything like that. So I'm actually going to create a summit page if you guys would be interested in all of our teams kind of like going in together, so that we can create like a summit deal to kind of start talking about plans and things like that. Because I know there's people that still need rooms, still need roommates, just haven't been, so kind of just need some guidance on that. So I'm going to put together a group, and hopefully you guys will add your teams as well. Write that down so I don't forget. All right, so what else do I have on here? Okay, so if you guys follow the news tab on your Coach Island office, and you'll see that the on-demand has updated, which is really, really awesome. So there's a few updates, guys. Number one, I just want to share that August 1st, there's like 6 of us so far that are committing to the Ultimate Reset. We are scared to death, but we all know that we need to do it together. So if there's anybody else that seriously wants to do the Ultimate Reset, then join us. We have till August. You can mentally prepare to order it in July, prep, and be ready in August. We're going all in for 21 days on the Ultimate Reset. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to finally experience that, reset my body, and get that transformation. I know Kelsey. So Kelsey's doing it. Mackenzie's doing it. We have 2 girls from 2 other teams doing it. I forget, did anybody else say they were in? I'm going to talk Heather Brownfield into doing it with me. I know she would love it. So it's just a 21-day, all about eating and healthy diet and everything like that. Resets your entire body. But what was kind of that like really threw me off about it was that you couldn't work out for 21 days. And that totally bummed me out. But guys, they just released a yoga series for the Ultimate Reset specifically. So I think that's going to be super awesome and kind of a game changer. So there is allowed some exercise, some yoga, and if it's anything like the yoga retreat, I'm going to be super pumped for it. All right, I'm seeing some I want to do it. That's great. We're going to have a challenge group. We're going to go all out. It's going to be amazing. All right, so some other on-demand features that came out, that more workouts were added to the yoga retreat. If we have yoga retreat fans on here, there's been more core to force workouts added. There's been more remix the fix workouts added. So make sure you guys are utilizing that and trying that stuff out so we can continue to share it with our challengers. As we educate ourselves on these updates and we share them with our challengers, we make that Beachbody On Demand that much more valuable for other people. If they always know that there's new things coming, if there's cooking shows, if there's all kinds of things like that, it's going to keep them engaged and excited knowing how much is truly available within that portal. So I think as coaches, the smartest thing that you can do is really just continue educating yourself, making sure that you're sharing with your challengers, whether it's an email series that you sent out or you're talking about it in your challenge group, just letting them know the updates that come in as we receive them. Okay, so last thing I want to say before we get started on our topic tonight, Kelsey Smith, let's give her a big round of applause. She is our first coach, you guys, going to a leadership event. She qualified for the 2-star and above leadership event that is going on. Does it start Thursday? Okay, so it starts Thursday, and that's like a really, really, really big deal. If you guys have a 2-star goal by the end of the year, you too will qualify for this corporate event. It's so exclusive. They spoil the heck out of you. You get up close and personal with the top coach and other great speakers, and I hope Kelsey is going to be generous enough to host our team call with all the amazing information that she brings back from this, because it truly is an experience unlike anything other. Leadership events are one of my favorite events, so I know it's going to be awesome. So congrats, Kelsey. That's awesome. We're excited for you and can't wait to see what you take away from it. Okay, so tonight's topic, we are going straight into Success Club. We have 9 days left in the month. We know that the building block of our business to be successful as a Beachbody coach, Success Club has to be a non-negotiable. To some people, that's scary. To other people, that's exciting. And if you're the other people, which I hope you are, then that makes you excited. It makes you excited to go out and fight to help at least 3 people a month, to change at least 3 lives a month as you are transforming your own life in the process. And as you create, guys, think of the compound effect of adding at least 3 people into your business every single month, the type of business you're going to have a year from now. So I've just randomly selected just a couple people that really stood out to me in February. Kelsey, Allison, Mackenzie, and Jess. I've asked if they would be willing to kind of just share some best tips, maybe how they locked in Success Club so quickly this month, some things that, really just their mindset and where they're at, how this has become a non-negotiable for them, just whatever they have planned to say. Do we have volunteers? Does anybody want to start? Go ahead, Mac.
Okay, can we just go?
Yep.
Okay. Hey guys. So yeah, Natalie just kind of asked us, and like she said, this is a non-negotiable, and we all know that, right? We're told that from day one, and I was told that sitting, signing up. Here I had I think it was April 28th when I signed up as a Beachbody coach in my account. And the first thing I did, was post on my page and post my why and my story. And it was really simple. I inspired people and I wanted to help them. I wanted to share this with them. And it was, again, Success Club was simple. But then, like she said, it seems scary, right? Because you're told this is non-negotiable. This has to happen. And you need to make this happen every single month. And the number one thing I can tell you is if you put stress around this, it's not going to be something that comes easily, and it's not going to be something that's done the right way for the right reasons, because it's just going to become numbers and it's not going to become lives. So never take the urgency away and never take the awareness away of how important it is, but never treat it as something that you're going to let so totally stress you out that it paralyzes you, because then you're losing the whole entire point behind it. Which takes me to, you have to have a really strong reason why you want to hit Success Club every month, besides it just being a non-negotiable in your business. We all have our big, why for why we want to build these businesses and why we show up to these calls, why we're all sitting here, why we're, making sacrifices and hustling our butts off to make this work. So why is Success Club such a non-negotiable in your business? That has to be something that you're super key on. And I guess going off of this last couple months, the end of the year was not a strong Success Club number months for me, because I was lacking in conversations, I was lacking in connecting, and I was lacking in focus on that being what I was staying focused on. But if we are not putting people first, then we're not building our businesses no matter what. And that's what Success Club means to me. So if you're not putting relationships at the forefront of everything that you're doing, then Success Club is going to feel stressful, and it is going to feel like something that is so far out of your reach. So when you have Success Club in mind, think of relationships, think of people that you can talk to. And I say awareness and I say urgency because don't let time go by where you're not constantly thinking about it. And don't let time go by where you're not aware of where you are in your conversations and how many people you're talking to, because that's where you wake up and you're like, I'm stressed, I need to hit Success Club. So instead of looking at, this is something that's measured month by month, but look at it, not by month. Well, I did this last month, so I'm going to start at square one on day one. Work on building relationships every single month that are just going to continue to carry over. And whether that person's ready to sign up or not, it doesn't matter, because you're going to continue to talk to people and continue to find people who are ready to sign up. So it's never going to be a stressful situation. And I think the last thing that I would add on that, I don't want to go too long, is back to the why. You have to, why you want to build this business, it has to come back to why you want to hit Success Club, because your business will not grow without Success Club, because Success Club is people, and your business will not grow without people. And the reason it's so important is you have to create this advocacy out of people. And by bringing them in and creating believers, they're going to want to share this. And then in turn, you're never really going to feel like you're bringing on coaches, because those people are just naturally going to want to share how incredibly awesome their life has changed. So the hustle has to come from the why. So if you have this urge to build your business, then you have to have an urge to hit Success Club. And if you want to build your business fast, you have to have an urge to have a higher number, because you're helping more people. So I guess that's kind of where my mindset has come from in the last couple of months, because it was just a wake-up call that if I'm not creating relationships, I'm not building my business. So I guess if there is one thing I would leave you with, don't let a day go by where you're not connecting with someone, even if you don't always get as much done as you want. Sometimes it's hard to look at a piece of paper and see all these tasks. I'm not going to lie. I don't go every single day check marking myself off, but try to go every single day at least connecting with somebody somehow. So that's all I got.
That's really good advice. And a great reminder too is I think that's what really separates us from a lot of other people is we're not out here to recruit. We are in a sense, but on a different angle is the people that we're looking to help, we literally have something in the palm of our hands that can help transform their lives. So it's we're hustling our butts off to connect with people and bring them into this business. But on the other side of that, we get to 30 days from now, see them completely transform mentally, physically and emotionally. So it's something that if you ever feel kind of, I don't know, salesy or just I don't want to invite because they didn't really show interest. You just never know who you can help. I can't tell you, there might just be people that I'm friends with that have never expressed any interest in what I do, getting help from me. And I'm just hey, I don't know if this is something you'd be interested or not, but I have a challenge group coming up and I think it would be really fun to work together if you want to work out together or something like that. And they'd be a matter of fact, give me more information. You never know. And then, a month later, that could be the same person going, I seriously cannot imagine where I would be if you didn't reach out to me 30 days ago. So think of that too. Okay, guys, who's next?
I'll go ahead and go.
Okay.
So I really wanted to touch base on the mindset that I have behind Success Club. So I really just got into the mindset, if I'm not hitting Success Club, I don't have a business. And honestly, they call it Success Club for a reason. That is the true measure of success behind your business. And it's by hitting those numbers and what those numbers represent behind it. So, to me, this business is extremely important to me. It's so really tap in, like Max said, why are you here? But I'm sorry, guys, the flu bug. I feel like I'm starting to finally get it. So something that I know that a lot of people, they seem to stress on what they can't control instead of, really focusing on what they can control. So I hear a lot of coaches always saying yeah, I sent out so many links, but they're not signing up. And then they just sit there and they stress about that for a day because technically they should be at Success Club, but they're not. And I always tell my coaches, don't put all your eggs in the same basket. It's not a done deal until, you get the notification that they're all signed up, they're ready to go. So, keep on getting yourself out there, keep on doing those conversations, and, do not let it be a done deal until, you're at Success Club 5, you're at Success Club 10, whatever your personal goal may be. So really just focus on, what you have control over and don't worry about the rest. Everything else will fall into place. And something else too that took me a long time to figure out, which I don't know why, but this truly is a delayed response business. So the conversations that you put in February, is, the response that you're going to get in March. So all of that legwork that you put in the month previous is, like I said, what you're going to get out the following month. So really get yourself out there every single day. My inbox is always full. I always have conversations that need to be like touched on, or, new relationships that I'm forming with, because let's face it, like Max said, like, this is a relationship building business. If you don't like form with people, if you're not talking with people, you're not going to have a business. So really getting yourself out there every single day, creating those relationships, and honestly, like, talk to people the way that you want to be talked to. Like, I'm someone that I really thrive off of meaningful relationships. So I would just never go into a conversation and be like, hey, you want to buy this challenge pack off me? No, I'm going to sit there and I'm really going to see like how I can connect with this person, how I can talk to them more. And then from there, once they, the health and fitness aspect comes up, that's where I'm going to see how I can truly offer my assistance, instead of just like jam packing this all access challenge pack down their throat. Just really truly creating that meaningful relationship. So yeah, that's basically what I had. Just with the mindset, know that if you don't hit Success Club, you don't have a business. And to me, that's my mindset at the beginning of every single month. So that's why I feel like I hit Success Club so early on. And it's because it truly is a non-negotiable, because this business, I treat it like a business, and therefore I hit Success Club because of it. So
Thanks so
hope
much.
that helped.
Yeah, so helpful. Thank you. And I love like how just basically you say, I really want to connect with people. It just goes to show that this business, it really is about having a servant heart and really wanting to help other people make a difference. Like, this business has made a difference for us. Like, these transformations have made a difference for us. Go ahead, Katie.
All right, sorry, we were just between car loads. So I have internet now, but I just wanted to share kind of like on what you were saying, Natalie and Mac. So I think tracking is so important. So when I'm feeling stressed about Success Club, like, I have to remind myself to just go back and look at all the conversations that I did start. So when I want to like be stressed, or when I'm feeling like I'm being salesy and I'm like pushing something on somebody, just going back and like looking through all those conversations I started where I was just chatting with people are a great way to like flip back through your like business activity trackers and realize that like you're not being salesy. You had started all these conversations and they're just open doors waiting for you to connect with, as well as like connecting back with all of those no's. Most of my yeses tend to be people that have said no at least once, if not several times before. So using tracking as a way to like not forget about those people and not like just let those like kind of leads and those people that you had connections with and that were interested in the products fall by the wayside just because you can't keep track of all those people's names in your head. So like my BAT is like my Bible. Like, I'm always going back through the list no matter how many times people have said no. So I don't forget about people, and those tend to be where a lot of my new challengers come from every single month. So
Great advice. Tracking is huge. My gosh, I'm still getting good. Like, I'm still trying to just always make sure that I'm writing down the connections that I have, because it is, if you run your business through Facebook and you just go back through those messages, like, that's eventually going to get us in trouble. So really just professionalize yourself, take it off, have a tracking system, whether it's Asana or on a notebook or, email, whatever it can be. So I think that'll benefit you better in the long run. Thanks, Katie. Allison, do you want to go?
Yes. So what really changed my business with Success Club was consistency. That thing, it was just huge. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out, because I was thinking that this business was hard. There was so much I had to do. But then once I realized that if I was just consistent every single day with just the absolute basic tasks that I needed to do, then I just created so much momentum. So it was kind of slow starting with the business, but the past couple months, I have just really like asked myself the hard question of, okay, yes, I have a lot of time at night, but am I productive at night? I have distractions. I get lazier. I'm tired from the workday. So I really made the change of making my morning my business morning. I've moved now I wake up at 4 a.m. just because I know that I have to get this business done and get my everything I need on my list before I leave for work for the day. So I'm very consistent now with getting up. I have no distractions in the morning, but I'm building the relationships. That's the one thing I'm consistent with. So I've been trying to, build the relationships every day, but I've been building these relationships for months. the one thing that has, I think, flipped my business the past couple months is I finally started inviting. I was always building and I was talking and I was forming, but I was trying so hard to just, understand what the person was doing and what they wanted, but I was never coming out and asking them if they wanted to join my challenge group after I've built that relationship. And then I started then asking people, okay, do you want to join my challenge group? And they're like, yeah, that's awesome. Someone that not even said it, someone that didn't even have any interest at all. I threw it out there and they're like, yeah, actually I've been watching you for months and, you contacted me a month ago, but, still wasn't really sure, but I'm in. And then I'd have people that the next day now would sign up. So the one thing I added actually to my power hour, I didn't even have it on my power hour, was inviting. So I make sure that every day I'm at least forming one person, I'm creating a new contact, and I'm inviting one person. Those are my 3 main things every day. So that's the one big thing of why I've been hitting Success Club earlier. Because in the past couple months, in 2016, I don't even think I hit Success Club once. I got close a couple months, and then last month I hit 8, and then this month I hit 9. So, but it was my power hour in the morning. That is everything that has to do with changing my business. So that's the one thing I suggest to new coaches. Miracle morning. If you, really ask yourself, when do you have the time with no distractions? Nights might be easy, but if mornings is when you're going to be successful, you got to do what you have to do.
That's awesome advice. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Kels?
All right. This subject is something I'm very passionate about. So I'm actually kind of glad she made me go last because I am more of the tough love kind of person. So I will be very brutally honest about this subject. And I 150% back up every single thing those girls said. I do every single thing that they are saying. Mackenzie, Jess, Allison, Katie, every single thing that just came out of their mouth, I do every single day. But I do have a couple extra things that I do want to share with you guys that I believe was a huge game changer in me realizing how important that this actually was. In my opinion, the greatest success that you can have in this business is not a star diamond rank. It's not elite. It's not premier. It's not any of that. In my opinion, the greatest success that you can have in this business are 3 things: Success Starter, Success Club All-Star, and Success Club Legend. Do you guys know what those things are?
Give us a review just for some new coaches.
Success Starter, you earn Success Club in your first 3 months as a coach. Success Club All-Star, you hit Success Club 12 straight months. Success Club Legend, you've hit it 24 straight months. What that tells me is that you are consistently helping people every single month. And that is not something that anybody should ever go unnoticed for. The moment I hit Success Club, when I hit Success Starter, I knew that was a big deal. I knew that I was coming out of the gate fast. And that means I helped a minimum of 9 people get started in my first 3 months as a coach. It's 9 people that I played an impact in their lives on. Then it goes by, right? And then I'll tell you guys about the next part in a second, but then I go through this stretch of hitting Success Club 10 for 12 months in a row. That is a lot of people. Success Club 10 All-Star. I'm not good at math. So what is 5 times 12? That's a minimum of 60. Is that what it is? Whatever. That's a lot of people. And then as of December, I hit Success Club Legend. When my coaches, here's the thing. I have had 3 people in the past 3 months achieve All-Star on my team. And what that says to me is that is showing a consistency of actively going out and helping as many people as you possibly can. If you are hitting consecutively and you fall off, that shouldn't be okay for you. I want an honest opinion. How many of you guys are okay if you miss it? It shouldn't be something that's okay. I hope that you understand that. And the other girls are saying the non-negotiable, but put it in this sense. If your boss gave you a job in the everyday average American corporate world that I do not miss a single bit, if they gave you a job and said, hey, I need you to go out and find 3 people and to help 3 people do whatever, and whatever your day job is, and you didn't do it at the end of the month, your ass would be fired. This is a job that is entirely based on what you do, and no one's going to tell you to do this but you. Natalie won't, I won't, Mackenzie won't, Jess won't, we won't. I can sit there all day long to my team and I can say Success Club, Success Club, Success Club. We can be on the call for 30 minutes tonight and we can tell you how important this is. But when when this call goes down, it is up to you to take action. It is not okay for me, and I'm going to tell you guys a story, to go out of a month not at Success Club 10. It is not okay with me. I am, like I just told you, a Success Club 10 legend. And to me, that's my proudest accomplishment because I've helped a lot of people with that title. That's what that means to me. January 2017, last freaking month. I don't know what the heck happened to me. I'm gonna go with mindset, probably most of it. It was January 31st at 9:00 at night. And I was at 9. And I was sitting there and I told myself, I will not go to sleep until I make this happen for myself. That's the mindset that I have about this. That's how serious that I personally am. I will never tell my coaches to do something that I am personally not doing. If I'm going to tell my coach to stay up until midnight, like you guys were talking about in the chat, if I'm telling my coaches to do that, you better damn well believe if I'm not where I want to be on the last day of the month, I'm showing up. I'm there. I am on my computer. I was literally said, sorry, babe, I'm staying up late tonight. I'm on this computer. And at 10:30, my last application went through for me to hit Success Club. I literally at 10:30 at night walked into this kitchen, poured myself a glass of wine, drank it, and went to sleep. So I was like, wow, that was insane. Because I remembered what it felt like to be in that moment where I had to push really hard. And to me, it wasn't about the numbers. It was about the fact that I set my mind to something and I was not going to let myself not achieve it. So that's the first thing. You can't, like I said, we can sit here all night and tell you guys how important it is, but unless you guys get off this call and take action, like none of this matters. Like this has to be important to you. Another question I have is how many of you guys have messages in your inbox right now? Your inbox should have messages in it all the time, even if it's just one. Like that's the part of this business is we always need to be talking to people. Like Mackenzie said, this is a relationship business. Like Allison said, like you need to be inviting. We need to be having these conversations all the time. Literally my messages, like it makes me insane when I look at my cell phone because there's literally always like 20 plus in there because that's because I am constantly starting the conversations. They're not conversations where I'm going out and saying, hey, do you want to join my challenge group in every conversation? These are people that I'm just like planting the seed with right now. A lot of messages. There should always be somebody in your inbox. How many of you have invited at least 1 to 2 people every single day this week? Or at least 10 throughout the week? This has to be a gut check, guys. This shouldn't make you nauseous. Like that's our job. It's our job to do this. And again, if you weren't doing what your boss, and we're not your boss, you're your boss. So you're not letting anybody down but you. But I would fire my ass if I didn't do it, right? How many of you guys have been consistent on social media this week? Showed up every single day, posted every single day. It's important. It's important. And to make this even bigger, a lot of people are telling you that, like, and how many of you guys have said these things? I don't know anybody. Nobody's interested. I'm going to give you a real big reality check right now because I just did the research on this. The New York Times says the average American meets 10,000 people in their lifetime. And right now we know at least 600 people. 600 times 40, and again, I'm not good at math, so I'm not even going to try. If you sold them all the $140 3-month club challenge pack, is a lot of money. We know people, and we need to be talking to them, and your inbox should have people in it. That's how you hit Success Club. And now to make this part this even bigger business terms, how many of you guys want to make your money back on Shakeology? Success Club 6. How many of you want to make an extra $200 a month? Success Club 10. How many of you guys want to earn one of these free trips that you see people go on? Success Club 6 minimum monthly. How many of you guys know that there's parties at Summit? Natalie talked about it. You have to earn these parties by hitting Success Club. How many of you guys would like to go to an exclusive party at Summit where you guys have to network with all these coaches in the company and corporate and the leaders of this? How much would you guys like that? It's Success Club 6 to 10, 2 months in a row. How many of you guys would like to be diamond coaches? You hit Success Club 10, 2 months in a row, as discount coaches, your whole downline's filled. How many of you guys would like to be star diamond coaches? Well, if you want to be star diamond coaches, you better be hitting Success Club if you're expecting your diamonds to hit Success Club. And how many of you guys want to build a team? It requires you bringing people on. And how many of you guys want to grow this thing into something that's going to bring in a substantial income for you? How can you do that if you're not bringing people into your organization? If you're not helping somebody see a transformation, if you're not making somebody a believer? My biggest thing is what I'm going to leave you guys with. My biggest thing is I want you guys to close your eyes for a second. Okay? You remember that day that your blue box showed up on your doorstep and how excited you were when it showed up. You're kind of nervous, kind of excited, but you're finally ready. So you pick up the box, you bring it inside, you put it on your counter. Before you even open it, you take a picture of it and you send it to your coach because you wanted to tell them how excited you were that it was there. You open this box, you take it out. You think, oh my gosh, these containers are insanely small. How am I supposed to eat? I'm supposed to eat only one meal a day in these things. How am I going to do it? You pull out your Shakeology and you instantly put it aside because you're like, I got to try this stuff that everybody talks about. So I got to make one of these right when I unload this box. You pull out your DVDs, you pull out your shaker, and you're like, okay, I'm so excited to get this thing started. A week later, you're down your first 2 to 5 pounds and you're so excited. You send that first little transformation to your coach. You're so excited about the way you're feeling. The next week goes by. You're down another couple pounds. You're down inches. You're feeling so good about yourself. That third week goes by and you finish your first round of the 21-day fix or whatever program you did. You send that final transformation, and for the first time in a very long time, you feel good about yourself. Now open your eyes. Who are you to deprive that feeling from somebody else? That's why a Success Club is important. Because that day that box showed up on my door changed my life. And if I don't give somebody the box I don't try to give somebody that box every single day, then I am not doing myself. I'm doing myself a disservice. I'm doing them a disservice. That's why it's important. And again, it's up to you right now to decide on how important it's going to be for you and if you're actually going to go for it. And you've got to open your mouth. There has to be people in your inbox. There has to be people you're talking to. That's my little input on it.
I had like this little blurb that I wanted to stay at the end, but now I don't because I have goosebumps all over my body because you literally just took me back 3 years to when I got my first box, and it like brings tears to my eyes. I was in a place in my life where I was so incredibly miserable and I had nothing to fit and I just felt horrible about myself and I had digestion issues and I was on my bathroom floor 4 days a week because my stomach was so screwed up. And I never had support and accountability until this, and it just brought back like so many memories. So I don't know, are you touched by that too? Like, this is such a gift that we have the opportunity to share this with people. Not every month, not every few months, like every single day. So ladies, thank you incredibly much. Kels, thanks so much for ending with that. I know every single person on this call can lock in their goals. I know that tomorrow I'm going to post a Success Club board with where everybody's at to see how many people you've impacted this month, with hopes that you're still impacting yourself. You're still on your own journey. But then I'm going to post the final board March 5th, where I see, and I have the names of everybody here written down to see how many of you were impacted by this call to go out and make a difference in 3 lives within the next 9 days. I hope to see you on that board. I hope that you are impacted by this. I hope that you're excited to continue on your own journey. And I hope you're excited to make somebody else feel the way that blue box made you feel and is making you feel. Let's kick some booty in these last, what did she say? If you're at Success Club 5, yes, exactly. At least 3 people. We got this. We're going to do great things. And by the way, I just love this team. I have to say this. I love this team because I was out to lunch today with a few other girls from a different team. And guys, people don't have what we have, okay? The support, the accountability, the trainings, the atmosphere, they don't have that. People are not as lucky to have this environment where there's so many coaches just willing to help people become successful. So I hope you never take that for granted, because I am so freaking pumped to be able to work with every single one of you awesome girl bosses on this team. So thank you again. This was awesome. Let's go out and change our lives. Let's commit this week to ourselves and continuing to make an amazing difference. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll talk to you very soon.